As a school bus driver, at times you will be in a situation where you have an assigned route, but you will have to drive a spare bus because your bus is at the bus shop or whatever, getting repaired or whatever the reason might be. And I discuss in another video, I discuss in more details the driving part of it and the importance to thoroughly pre-tripping the bus before you leave with a spare bus. In this video, I would like to discuss more the student management aspect of it. So keeping in mind that the bus, of course the driving part will be a little bit challenging because you'll have a different feel for that other bus. No matter how experienced you are, how skilled you are, how sound the vehicle is, the brakes will necessarily feel not quite the same feel. The switchboard will be different, and it might be, let's say you drive a conventional bus and it's a flat nose instead. All these are factors that will make you be out of your comfort zone somewhat. And also you might have adjusted your environment on your bus to better manage students on your bus. Example, you have a sitting plan, the seats might be labeled with the name of each student. Well, if you get you're assigned to a spare bus at the last minute, you don't have time to relabel every seat. So you have to take that in consideration, that you'll be a little bit like a fish out of water to start with, and every time kids who are used to the same route, the same bus driver, the same bus, have to board a spare bus, it's a bit more chaotic from a student management standpoint. If you drive middle school or high school students, it's pretty much a non-event. But if you drive at elementary school students, first of all, there'll be some confusion because they're gonna look for, in this case, bus 113. Well, bus 113 is nowhere to be found, etc. So they might be a little bit distracted or confused. So that's important. You probably need at that point to label. You know, if I were driving another bus, then I put temporary signs to label my bus properly to avoid confusion. Necessarily, I speak from experience. No matter what group, no matter what ride, the circumstances, some situations come, all the time. It's almost unavoidable. There will a number of kids will make comments. They might say they like the spare bus a lot better, or the other way around. Actually, they're pretty good judges. Normally, if they tell you they like a bus better, it's because the bus is pretty cool. Anyway, they come up with questions. So, what happened to our bus? They'll say that. Are we stuck with the spare bus for the rest of the year? And the question that comes up all the time: do we have to sit at the same place? Do we have to sit in the same seats? So those are questions that come up. Now, how to react to this? How to handle this? Here's my advice. Stick to the same rules. Do not change everything. Stick to the same routine. If they ask, do we have different seats, whatever? No, same assigned seats as usual. However, avoid drama. Be reasonable. Focus on the bottom line, everything that deals with safety, everything, And if there are minor issues that come up, if you see that one kid try to, pull the fast one on you and sit in a different seat, if it doesn't create a chaos or anything, you might want to overlook, you might want to pretend you did not notice, because evidently on that particular day you have bigger fish to fry. Also, one last recommendation I will make: if the policy of your district allows, and if the circumstances allow, and you have 2 or 3 routes to do, like in my case, I drive back in front of the bus shop in between routes. Well, if you see that your regular bus is ready, it's been repaired and it's ready to hit the road, I would definitely, it's worth taking 5 minutes getting back to your regular bus, because that'll save you just more grief down the road. So this is it.